to getting in contact with us. Hi, Colleen. Good morning.
Good morning. Always nice to see you, Annette.
I love this topic because I think it's an important one no matter whether you're planning on selling your home or not. Investing in your home is a good idea for the longevity in the long run, because if you do, let's say even 20 years from now, want to sell your home, keeping it up will be worth it down the line.
Absolutely. And I know a lot of our viewers love when I do these segments in the fact that it's what we're hearing now is I'm thinking of selling this year. I'm going to take advantage of a great market. And what do I do? What do I do? And so, the theme today, Annette, will be very much about the power of paint. That will be our theme throughout today's show, and the fact that renos do not have to be expensive at all. We just need to do our renovations smartly, because if you invest in a wise manner, then you can take advantage of the market that we have today. And this is something also, I know, Annette, you love your before and after pictures. We all do. We all do. Yet, I'm having conversations, and we're seeing a continuous theme during, the start of spring market coming up. What do I do to invest in my home?
Yeah.
And sometimes by speaking to someone smartly, there are renovations that you want to do in your home, and they do not have to be expensive. So again, the power of paint.
Okay, well, let's start with the exterior of the home then. Let's go there. What do you recommend?
So here's a perfect example, and I want to give a shout out to Restyled Spaces and the owner, Heather Sorgat. She has done an amazing job. She works with our team constantly, and so having a good stager and designer, it gives you an advantage. And so this particular home, just needed some love. It had seen many upgrades inside, but obviously the stucco curb appeal is everything that you can. So this particular home, the stucco, being original, had seen its better day. So it was in need of a refresh. It looked dirty. We wanted it to stand out from the street and help increase its curb appeal. Also, the windows looked quite small, and by simply enhancing the bones of this home,
Wow.
and look at the solid wood door.
This is the same home?
This is the same home.
Oh my gosh, what an entirely different look. So obviously a different paint color, which brings it even into a more modern look. A new door. I mean, that's fabulous, Colleen.
Actually, the door looks new, but it's the original door.
Oh.
That's what paint does.
Wow.
So they wanted to enhance that gorgeous, beautiful wood door that they have. And the windows look small right now, yet look at what white, we did some white trim around the home, and we did a very bold color on the outside to bring it to a contemporary mode, which also fits with what the interior is. Heather did a fabulous job on this home.
That is really, I mean, that has curb appeal now. It certainly is a showstopper.
Right? The magic of paint. We selected a dark, bold color to make the house look fresh, and now trim the windows in white to really make them look pop. They also make them look bigger. And by having that kind of, it looks more well cared for, right? It just looks, and the landscaping is done and everything else. So, those are the things that you want to look at, because now when we are selling this home, it draws you in. It draws you in. So the key of landscaping, and don't forget about, one of my neighbors just painted all his siding. You can paint siding, and you can paint it well. So, there are things that you can do on the outside, because the first thing that you see in a home is that front picture online, and or when you are walking up to the home. It is proven fact that someone decides if they want a home before they even walk in the door.
Wow. Colleen, I always find it interesting because those before and after pictures are sometimes so shocking. And you and I've discussed this many times that they don't always have to cost a lot either, but can make such a difference when you sell your house.
Absolutely. And, sometimes also these pictures, allow you some breathing space where you want to invest in bigger projects. They also give you some reprieve for yourself. Sometimes you're just like, I'm just going to be here for another like 2-3 years, but what can I do to make things better for myself? So again, thank you to our companion and part of our team, Heather Sorgat-Taylor from Restyled Spaces, to show all these pictures. She works amazingly with our team. I love her whole team, and she does amazing work, and we're so proud to have her as part of the group here. So again, investing in your home in a smart way can add value even with, minimal amount of investment, dollar-wise.
Right. Yeah.
So,
and any realtor will have those connections, right? Somebody who can help you make those changes in your house if you are getting ready to sell it, staging it, painting it, what have you. And paint, we're talking about the power of paint today. Let's go to a kitchen. Everybody loves a kitchen. Let's see a before kitchen picture. All right. Tell us about this one.
So, we always say kitchen, bathrooms, that will not change. Now, this kitchen itself, there's nothing really wrong with it. We've all actually pretty much seen this kitchen day in and day out. Yet the cabinets were in really good shape, but the rest of the house had been upgraded, and you can see there's no real wow factor here. The cabinets were fine, but the rest of the house just didn't match what the kitchen was sharing. So in this particular case, we decided to, because we didn't want to deter any buyers, that we wanted to go to a different section. So,
wow.
So we decided to paint the kitchen, and, we repainted the reddish cabinets in the kitchen. They were just not in good shape, right? Yet when you do that sexy new gray that everybody wants before, because this home was targeting a younger demographic. Mm-hmm. They were able to select a paint color that worked with the existing granite counters. And you can see what a difference that was in regards to how you perceive the space.
It's fresh.
Right?
Yeah, it looks fresh. This is the same, obviously from a different perspective there, different angle, but
from a different perspective.
Right, but essentially the coloring change that you went with changes it totally.
And, and something as simple as paint, and we updated the handles, here, the updated flooring ran through so you can take Heather updated the flooring throughout the home, and so she took that updated flooring and ran it all the way through the kitchen. It's not an expensive flooring, right? One thing that we always tell people, invest in your flooring. And there are some great opportunities now where you don't have to do hardwood. I'll be very honest. I think my next home, I'll never do hardwood again. There are some great opportunities where, if you entertain a lot, the women can wear their heels and it looks like hardwood, feels like hardwood, but it's not hardwood.
Wow. And then, yes, a difference of price too. Did we have another kitchen picture there?
We did. I didn't know.
Okay.
We did have another picture.
That's what I'm told we had for our kitchen pictures. We do have some bathroom pictures too. And I'm a big fan of the bathrooms. I have a bathroom I want to redo. So I'm always about looking at bathroom pictures these days. So there's our before. Talk to us about this one, Colleen.
So this was a condo, again, that Heather was looking at and dealing with. We've all seen this kind of bathroom, right? And we've all seen them. It's the primary bathroom. It was in a condo, and there was significant water damage, and it just really needed a refresh. And so, when we looked at it, we were concerned about some of the water damage. And we invested in this. And again, when you have bathrooms, Colleen, is it worth it? Yes. Does it have to be expensive? No. We all know that there are some great inserts that you can do, like look at the difference. And you can imagine, as a realtor, when I look at this bathroom, I would automatically add, about 10 to 20 thousand on the ticket price because it's done, right?
Yeah.
That vanity is not an expensive vanity. I'm sure we all recognize it from the big box store.
Yes.
And yet just getting into something clean that looks luxurious, and it's something so simple. And this is, when you find really good workmen, they can do this, within a week. They
That's
really
amazing.
can.
Yeah, and I think, like the vanity is a good example right there. Like you say, it doesn't have to be very expensive. That vanity, just a little bit we're seeing of it there, just updates it, right? It just brings it to 2022 because the vanity in the before picture was once very much in style by, probably 2 decades ago. So it's just a matter of bringing it up to what the styles would be today, really, for a lot of ways. And then airy and fresh. I've noticed a lot of really light colors. And here's how you can get a hold of Colleen Lyle Real Estate. Their office number, 613-417-3599. You can contact Colleen by logging on to our website, ColleenLyle.com. And so the questions are coming in. Colleen, let's get to them. Marion writes in to us, we are fixing up our house to sell. Is it better to sell in early spring, even though not all renovations are done, or finish renovations and sell in the summer?
That's a great question. Thanks, Marianne. That's kind of a two-pronged question. One thing I would say with Marianne, I always ask my clients to talk to me before they do renovations. So if you're not talking to a realtor right now, please do feel free to reach out to myself or someone that you know to make sure that your renovations are being done smartly, because we don't want you to lose any money. We also want the renovations to be not to your specifics, but to a general, buyer demographic that you may want. And then from what we see, we are expecting that the market is still strong. So if your renovations are not done right now, I would say looking into it, I would definitely wait until the summer. Yet, if you haven't introduced yourself to a realtor, please do, so that we figure out where you are, what renovations you are working on. Are they smart renovations, or could you save yourself money? And or is your house better to sell, in the spring or in the summer? It depends on your location. So I know that's kind of like a lot of information, Marianne, yet it's really important to make sure if you know that you are selling, and I've talked about this all the time, if you know you are selling soon, if you know you are selling in a year or less, you should engage with a realtor now so that you can plan ahead.
Okay.
So I know it sounds a little early, but definitely.
All right, Marianne, thanks for the question. We have another one, this one from Monique. She writes, can a slate kitchen wall be painted? We love our big kitchen, but backsplash and 2 full 9-foot walls are in slate. Any suggestions?
Absolutely. And one of the pictures that we had, again, thanks to Heather Sorgat-Taylor from Restyled Spaces, who's part of our team, she has painted stone before. And so you can actually paint it. What would be interesting would be to engage someone to find out, is it better to paint it, and the length of time that it would take versus taking it down. We have some great before and after pictures that we can share with you where we decided to paint the backsplash to refresh it. There is a great picture of even fireplaces that we have painted out the stone surround, and it's just refreshed and it's clean. And in this particular case, it was a beautiful white fireplace with a very busy gray dated, that beige kind of 1970s surround, and painting it white was just fine, and that's with heat. So there's definitely ways that we can update busy slate backsplash for sure.
Bottom line here, paint can make a big difference. We've been talking the power of paint this morning with Colleen and how it can really change things for your house. Colleen, if someone's unsure, best idea to call a realtor and get some professional advice?
Absolutely, especially, we say and we talk about it all the time, we talk in circles. If you know you're going to sell, engage in a realtor now. You are never wasting our time, ever. I love the fact that I know, I'm talking to people that I know we are not selling until August and September. We are creating a plan for them. We are looking at, do they need to do some extra landscaping? Do they need to finish their basement? A lot of people hesitate finishing their basement, and yet that can be an easy and quick finish that doesn't have to be expensive and broadens the opportunity for different buyers, because there are buyers out there who don't want to do any work. And so if we look at that, the biggest mistake I see is putting granite counters simply on a very dated kitchen. It's very frustrating as a realtor to see that.
Right.
So, so there are ways to brighten your kitchen and reface your kitchen, the power of paint, as we've been talking about,
All right.
without investing a lot of money, yet
Yep.
making sure that you get the biggest investment out of your home.
You bet. You want to see that money come right back to you on you when that for sale sign goes up. All right, Colleen, as always, great chatting with you. Great advice. And for more information, you can reach Colleen by the number on your screen or ColleenLyle.com.